get through this one hole at a time. And that's what dating your person is, getting through these one moments at a time.
Hi, I'm Martine.
Hey, it's your boy Q.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Kiara.
And it's your boy Kelby, and we are Sunday Wine
Podcast.
Yes.
We are here today to talk about a good topic that we have, and we've been sitting here for a minute now before we even started today while I was waiting on y'all to get online. And we talked about some everything else. But we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about date night. What is it? Date your spouse?
Date your mate.
Date your mate.
Date your mate. Date your mate.
Date your mate.
So we're going to do like we always do and get a quick prayer before we start. So go ahead and pray, Lord. Just thank you for this day. Ask you to continue to be a blessing upon us. Continue to be a blessing upon our families, Lord God. Bless us in a mighty way. Everything that you see fit for us, Lord God. We are waiting to receive it in your name, Lord God. So we just thank you. We praise you because we know when praises go up, blessings do come down. So bless us, bless anybody that may be listening in, that we may grow into you, grow in your ways. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. So date your mate. So
That
we
is a mouthful.
were. It's good to have the ladies back. First of all,
Yes. Thank God for the ladies.
Yeah, there was that something in the water last week, but I think the storm got into them, so they couldn't get into the water. So they back with us this week. So glad to have y'all back with us.
Glad to be back,
babe. Y'all smiling faces. So date your mate.
Whew.
Like we did too much dating because this little one right here, boy, all in the way today. And they'll tell them dog he don't want to say nothing.
The epitome of dating your mate.
Right.
Kevin Saunders. But it's definitely important to date your mate, especially if you've been married for a long, long time. And even a short time, because I think that we do so much to get to that ring. I did do a lot to get to my ring, babe. But to keep the ring and to continue through the marriage, a healthy marriage, it can be a lot, and sometimes you can be distracted by everything that's going on in the world and even the obligations of your spouses. So it's so important to date your mate.
Right. I agree. Me and my wife, we have been together, married for 13 years.
It's been 13 years, Ray?
But we've been together for the past 23 years.
Oh, wow.
So, like you said, it's important to date your mate, and then dating her at 16 is different than dating her at 39. Right? So,
Right. Things change.
dating her at 30 is different than dating her at 35.
Because Red Lobster, when we went on a date to Red Lobster, babe, we was the one time, we was telling our friends, they like, girl, you going to Red Lobster? And then now when we go to Red Lobster, it's like for brunch. So it's like now everything has elevated and changed within our marriage because we have been here for so long. And I'm glad that I was able to kind of grow with you.
Yeah, we was able to grow.
A little bit.
Grow together. So yeah, so yeah,
ready to go.
Yeah, but we still date. And I think that's important no matter whether you're dating and where you go may change over time, but you still gotta make time to date your mate. And I know like with my schedule and her schedule and the stuff that I do, I still find time to make sure she's a priority, and that's by making sure I find time to date.
Gotcha. Yeah. We do a little dating, like I said, and the difference between like I guess dating with children is you got to really schedule a little bit different. So we, like I said, we said it on a podcast a little while ago about how we have a calendar on the refrigerator. And we put KFW on there, and that's like every other weekend. We got to get rid of them munchkins, and we figure out how we date from there. So dating, like I said, is very important because you get in the house and you get caught up with work and everything in home, taking care of the house. You just forget how you got to where you are. And everybody starts a relationship off with dating. Whether it be a date at McDonald's, a date at the movies, it's something because you're not living together. You're just meeting good. And so you do dates to learn a person.
Right.
And then we get married and we seem to get away from dating. But like y'all said earlier, as you go through marriages, as we get older, things change. You grow the more you with a person. So doing their everyday things in life or day-to-day things, you're not really learning your spouse because there are some things that they've done to grow that you may not have seen because you're so busy in your day-to-day operations.
Yeah.
So the dates will help you learn your spouse
All over again.
even more. So
Right.
that's what helps grow in a relationship, what helps you grow in a relationship. And that's just coming to me right now as we're talking about it. If you go into a marriage and you get married and be like, oh, hey, I'm married now.
Right.
And
I was just about to say that.
that's where you're going to be. You're going to be where
Right.
you got married at 13 years ago
Right.
if
Yeah.
you're not still dating.
Right.
Boring.
Right.
So
That's what I was
dating
saying.
helps your relationship to expound or to grow.
Right.
Go ahead, baby. I was talking a lot.
It's okay. But yeah, I mean, I was going to say the same thing. It's just like you don't want to get comfortable or complacent in your relationship. Like, because sometimes you just get stuck in your own ways and like feeling like, well, okay, well, we're married now. So this is what you get. But when we started out, it was so much more to it. So I always feel like you should definitely still be courting your spouse or courting your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the case may be, just so like you still keep that fire burning. Because I mean, how do you ever think that those 40-year marriages and 40-year relationships, how did they sustain? Because they won't be sustaining if they would just continue to every day we just going with the flow. We just coming in the house. We give a little peck on the cheek and maybe get a little, nightcap or whatever the case may be every
It's
once in a
boring.
while. But
So
it's like
boring.
the matter of like sprucing up your relationship, taking those trips, going out on date nights, just planning spontaneous things, which helps the relationship to stay consistent and not just being stagnant, but dynamic. We're up and down. We're gonna have those up and down moments, but still just being able to kind of cope with those down moments. So when the up moments are here, it's like, okay, like it makes us like not even think so much about those moments that was like, okay, like I almost wanted to call it quits,
Yeah.
But you just kind of get to those points where those high moments are just everything. So
It outweighs
you
the
gotta
bad
date.
moments.
You can't be complacent.
And I think we kind of already touched on it, but it's almost like you have to define what your date night is, or define how you're going to date your mate, and then you just continuously redefine it. It's called, I call it like in business terms, continuous process improvement. You got to figure out ways to constantly improve your marriage, or continuously improve your relationship with whoever you're dating or whoever you with.
Right.
Because if you're trying to do the same thing that you did when you were 16, we at two different levels in our life right now. At 16, going to Red Lobster was a treat for us because we didn't have that many responsibilities. So now the responsibilities have changed a little bit. So if I can't go to Red Lobster all the time, she's okay with it because she understands that the responsibilities of our life has changed, but she's okay with it. But she's still not okay with us not doing something.
Right.
We can
Right.
do something, whether it's just sitting on the deck or whether it's taking a walk in the park or whatever it is. It doesn't take a whole lot to do a whole lot. You just got to really plan it out. And that's one thing that I learned about my wife. She really don't care whether or not she goes to a fancy restaurant or whatever like that. She just want to spend quality time
That's
because
it.
that quality time allows you to reconnect back with your mate, your significant other, your wife, or whatever you want to call your boo.
Yeah, you gonna get it out,
Right.
babe. You gonna get it out.
Yeah. No, I
You
say-
know, and I enjoy that because I work from home. I'm always here in the house. But what really had did it for me, as like you said, dating our mates, is I came home and you had the coffee table moved from out of the living room. You had the blankets and stuff down. You already had them went and got us takeout from a really nice
better pick, big boy.
restaurant.
Do it,
Come on
boy.
now, that's so
And
cute.
you had had the soft lights going, parts like purple or blue or something like that, and it was like really nice. Mr. T was really good. He was in his little element with his treats and stuff.
I walked him around the neighborhood so he wouldn't mess. Yeah, he wouldn't interrupt us that night.
My Mr. T is very overprotective of me, so he liked to stay up under me. But my hubby had done did everything, so he just wouldn't be up under me. And we were able, he already had the movie on pause, just waiting for me to get off. So when I came downstairs, it was on. It was date night. And I was excited to end that date night.
Listen, I would have probably been ripping the clothes off in the middle of the picnic.
I'm thinking in my head, do we really got to finish this movie?
Yeah.
I'm ready to.
Can y'all bring Kiara home? I'm going to go ahead and home. Table outside. She get on the dining table. We outside.
We got you. You know,
it's just like you thought enough to make this moment happen, knowing that the end result is going to be rewarding for the both of us.
For the both of us, he took care of my needs, even though I love our intimate stuff, but he took care. He took care of my needs, because when I'm like in that physical moment with my husband, I'm really thinking about him, because I want him to get everything that he needs in that moment. But being that he has everything going on, and he took that time to order our food, to set up the living room, to get the movie, and it was a chick flick. Hello, I love my comedy. I love my chick flicks. So he took that time to really break everything down for a wonderful evening, and I was ready to end that evening, and I said, "Well, babe, now it's my turn."
Okay, I like that.
Yes. Because it's like I got in my moment.
Yeah, I like that, because it's like you're not. Everything doesn't have to be planned. Like those spontaneous moments like that makes it even more special. And it's just like that's what dating your spouse or dating your mate is about. Like not just being like, okay, we have those times where we put it on the calendar to have those kid-free weekends, but maybe those times where the kids go to bed early or something. You ain't over there sleep with them. Maybe we can figure out something to do together. Maybe we watch a movie or something.
Right.
I ain't gonna watch a movie with you for real.
We're gonna give you 5 hour energy.
You need 5 hour energy, a Snickers, everything.
Snickers and a Gatorade for the movie, and I can stay up.
Snickers and a Gatorade for a movie.
Listen, we babysit, y'all. We babysit. We love churn. Okay, bring them over anytime. I'm not just saying that just because I'm serious.
I know.
But I think like you said, it's kind of like for me, I've learned what it is that she likes.
Yeah.
Right.
And when I learn what it is that she likes, then you begin to execute what she likes. And yes, does it take time to plan? Or could I go buy a pair of shoes? Or could I go buy this? Could I go this? But she'll rather me take that time and spend with her. So instead of going to spend $100 on some shoes on sale, I'll take that $100 and say, hey, well, I'm gonna go plan this. Hey, we already paying for cable, so let's find a movie up here that we either hadn't watched. That movies now come out 3 months after being in the movie, so you ain't really got to wait for it.
Right.
You can really wait for it. So it's just a matter of just learning her and then giving her what she want. And then once you give her what you want, like you said, in the end result, you're going to get what you want. But then, I'm not saying she's not going to bother me for the rest of the night. But if once I take care of her and she take care of me, if I got another project to go do, I can go do the project because she's good and she's comfortable. And I think as I became more busier or other projects has been coming along, I've been still being more strategic and making sure that no matter how much I take on, I never cause it to not force me to date her.
Right.
Because once again, if it becomes a challenge where I'm always going to pick her over any of my responsibilities. Now, I get it. She understands that I have to work my main job.
Yeah.
But I will not allow I won't allow anything else to come before her, because me providing for her is me working. But extracurricular activities, I will never put that before her. And if I realize she needs more, or since I need more, she needs more, then I just take a break and say, hey, I'm just going to spend time with her. And these projects going to come and go.
Yeah.
She won't.
Yeah,
Right.
and I understand that, babe. I understand your obligations that you have, not only with your occupation that you provide for our family, but also on your outside things that you also your other revenues, and and I understand that, and I understand that I'm not a picky person. I'm not a picky wife. I'm not the one of wives that always be in stores trying to use your credit card or anything like that. I'm not that type of person. I love quality time over material things.
Right.
Hands down.
Yeah, same. I think we're very simple when it comes down to different things. I mean, of course, it does depend on how you're raised and everything like that,
Right,
what you actually value long term. But I mean, the more simple, the better for me. Like, I mean, I would care more so about the thought that you put into making this happen versus like, oh, you brought home a little something, and it's like, okay, like I'm very appreciative, babe. But
That tap sound like the fat.
it's like, for Christmas, he did give me some nice earrings. And I was like, I know you did not just spend no like me and my mom, I'm like, I know you did not just spend $500 on these doggone earrings. And I'm just like, you could have just got me something real simple or just put some thought into something else. That's just me. But not saying I don't appreciate what he did, but it's more so like like I said, we're very simple people. So the simpler, the better.
And it could be your worth that he sees that's added up into that moment. Not to say that you are worth 500, but to say, I know everything that my wife do, so I want to get her something really, really nice.
Yeah, and I think that's what he thinks.
Yeah, and this
for sure
presented to her, because like when we went to our first marriage retreat, I was happy walking my Darion purses. I'm like, I got me a Beyonce brand. Hello, whatever. And I went around these other ladies and they got Coaches and Michael Kors. Me and my husband looking like, I say, babe, please, I got me a Beyonce bag. But then when I went to the Coach store and I seen
When she went to the outlet,
I'm like, babe, I ain't saying I'm materialistic, but that bag do look kind of cute over there,
I was going into Burlington getting bags. Burlington Coat Factory.
And babe, I still got some of those bags.
Now I got to go to the outlet.
Now I gotta go to the outlet, but I still enjoy some of those bags, and I still have those bags. Has those bags. So anything that you purchase, I got the first bracelet that you ever brought for me. I got the first ring that you ever brought for me, and this is over 20 years ago. So I my thing is more of a sentimental than the materialistic of it, because I'm like, he thought about this. He walked into that store and thought about something nice to purchase for me as a girlfriend. Not as a wife, but just as a girlfriend. He said, she'll look good with this on.
cute.
And I think that's I can't speak for Kelly, but I think when it came to the earrings, that's what he probably was thinking. Like, to piggyback on what my wife was saying. One, she deserves it of all the stuff that she does, and then, man, I want to see my wife when we step out. I want her to not only look good, because that's her, she already looks good, but if I can accessorize that to make it
match the part,
match the part, it's almost like that's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, this is my ad candy on my arm today. Okay, get into it. So
and there was some thought behind the earrings.
Tell us your
tell us
thought
about the earrings.
She asked for them.
Okay.
But she didn't directly ask for them. But she said she wanted something, and so who am I to deny my wife of what she's asking for?
Yeah.
So when we went to get my daughter ears pierced, she was like, "Oh, you can buy me some earrings too?"
Yeah.
But
you said you was gonna go to Zales and buy her some.
Because she wanted, she was like, I ain't even got none of something. She said. So when Christmas came around,
you got some really nice earrings.
She got some nice earrings. She ain't got to take all the ears. You can do whatever you know what I mean. They in there.
Are they in there now?
Yeah, they're my studs.
So the part that you took from the moment of you getting your daughter's ears pierced, you held on to what she said until it was a time to present itself with those diamond studs that she mentioned. Yes. Maybe jokingly, but she really meant it.
But she really meant it.
And you gave it to her for Christmas. Yeah. So it was like still like a lot of thought behind it. He's like, I'm gonna hold on to this little piece.
No, I said I'm very appreciative of it.
And then she wanted to take them back.
I don't know. I didn't want to take them back. It was just like I'm
Yeah,
very,
you don't
fru-
take
I'm
about
very,
no
frugal.
diamonds
I'm a
now.
very frugal person.
Yeah, you
put
gonna
it like
get yourself
that.
together, honey. You don't take about no diamonds. You don't take about no diamonds. You gonna put them in your ears. You think about it. You think about it another time.
I definitely wasn't gonna take them back. I mean, you know, not at all, not
Yeah,
at all.
no,
But I
take
guess
'em back.
because like me, I'm just a very frugal person. So when I see, I'm that person that sometimes. How can I say it? I don't know my self-worth sometimes. I guess you could put it like that. So if I see him spending $500, I'm like, babe, you could have did something else with that money. Like you ain't even had to take the time to spend $500 on me. That's just how I am. So I guess that's the way I perceive it.
But yeah, but don't
Even though he
downplay
see, I mean, I get it.
yourself
That's why I say I'm very
because-
appreciative of it because
yeah.
he sees it. But it just means sometimes to just be like, you know, you could have did something else.
Yeah, he wants you to
Go
have
ahead,
it,
go
but he
ahead with the
don't.
diamond earring,
Yeah,
I want nothing. They want a little something, you know. Like I said, I just want to make sure my wife gets. I think again, she deserves what she desires.
yeah.
That's a good. I like that. Say that one more time.
She deserves what she desires.
Deserves what she desires. She does a lot, you know what I mean? She's home with the kids all day. She does. I come home, I got a good meal. Not when I get home, but by the time I go to sleep, she cook dinner. But regardless, she looks out for the house.
Yeah.
And so, you know, who am I to deny that? But back to this dating thing, because we be going. We be,
Yeah,
But
I
I
mean,
still think that's part of dating.
Nah, yeah, it is part of
It
dating.
is. It's still part of
because
dating.
you took that time to think about getting the gift, which is a part of dating. Is you constantly thinking about that particular person. So
Yeah.
you know, I would say this: what would you tell somebody that needs to date their mate or are not dating their mate? How can they refuel that fire back to start
just
dating?
do it. Just do it because you're going to reap the benefits of what you sow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just like going back into the church. They say sow into the church, sow into God, and you're going to reap the benefits of what you sow. You plant a seed, you put a seed in the ground, you expect something to grow from it.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with dating. If you're dating your spouse, date your mate. Again, like you said, when you came downstairs and he had it all laid out for you,
Yeah.
that was him sowing his seed
Yeah.
to reap the benefits of when y'all get back upstairs.
Yeah.
He came downstairs and he ready to throw you on the shoulder
Yeah,
and take you back upstairs.
yeah.
That's reaping the benefits. And I can say it, let me see how I'm gonna say this without sounding bad. A lot of people say, "Oh, you did this because you want something." Yeah,
Sometimes, yeah.
yeah.
But I think sometimes we want something, but we try not to.
I'm going straight up yes. And it's not that I have an ulterior motive.
Right.
It's everything that you do, there's a benefit to it.
Yeah, of
You
course.
You get up in the morning, you go to work because what? It provides for your family. You want to make money.
You gotta make money.
You love the Lord and everything that you do for God, you do it why? Because He's going to continue to bless you.
Bless you, yeah.
So there is nothing really in life that we do for nothing.
Right.
So when people say that, oh, you only did it for something, yes, you're absolutely right. Because I'm not living a life that whatever I do, I don't expect nothing. You have expectations for everything that you do in life. So if you're dating, you're expecting to grow with that person. That's why
Yeah.
you're dating.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
purpose of going on a date. Because I want to learn something from you that happened to you yesterday on this date. When my wife and I met, she didn't have a business of designing or doing T-shirts. It's something that she's
It was
done over
birthed within
time.
y'all,
But
right.
we can sit around the house and date. Like I said, dating ain't got to be outside the house. You can be sitting in the living room and consider this a date. We just sitting here talking
Right.
because that's learning.
Just learning each other.
All dating is setting a specific time to encounter with one another, or you're going
Right.
out on a date. It, like I said again, it's to learn something. Some dates are romantic, and some dates are just a specific date that you set aside to spend time with someone.
Yes, it's significant other. I definitely agree with that.
And it's almost like I like what you said there because it's like you said that we can have this conversation and we can be dating.
Yeah.
We're just talking, we could be dating. I think kind of what we talked about last week, society makes it seem like you got to get dressed up, You gotta
Right.
be GQ. You gotta do all
Right.
this. You gotta do all of this
No,
to
sir.
go on a date. No, you don't. You could be in the comfort of your own home. Some days, my wife right now, like she said, she works from home. But there's some days where I'm cool with just chilling in the house because I go out the house every day. So I'm cool with just bumming around in a t-shirt and some shorts and chilling. So I ain't got to get all dressed up to say,
Yeah.
I got to put this on, got to do this, I got to get this, I got to get this. So I'm cool with that. So don't allow society to tell you how to date. You just have to find what your mate enjoys to do and execute that. So like so this past week, my wife has been like, well, I think she likes LeBron. She don't really care for basketball, but she likes LeBron.
I do like LeBron.
So because the games have been coming on at 8:30 and instead of like 10:30, she was like, well, we'll watch the game together.
Yeah.
So, she'll talk trash. I'm like, her trash talking is totally different than me watching the game, but that's what she wants to do. So it's like, I'm going to come into your world and spend time with you.
Yeah.
So that way you ain't got to say, well, what are we doing this? And what? So she'll spend some time. We'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll watch the game, talk trash. And then she'll go upstairs and probably work 600-pound life or some other reality TV show.
I
Still
love
the quality
600-pound
time.
life.
But yes,
The quality time well spent.
Yeah, it's
right.
definitely quality time well spent. I always say this. I love the QT more than the material things. And I might not know everything that's going on with basketball, but I do enjoy watching it with you, babe. I'd be like, oh my God, get off of him. Why would you follow him like that? I mean, I'm like, go ahead and shake it off, LeBron. I just be saying like there's different things, and it gets my husband like.
her color commentary is retarded. I mean, that's not good. It's crazy. It's funny. It's comedic. She is almost like a parody of color commentary for sports. So I mean, like I said, man, I would just say, like you said, just find out what it is that your wife or your mate loves to do and execute that. And as long as you execute that to the 10th degree, then you're good. And then when there's times where that's going to have to change, and so you have to go and communicate with them and say, hey, I know this was good the last time. Are you still good with this, or is there something else that I can do better? So sometimes you have to actually even ask your spouse or your mate and say what it is that I can do better.
Yeah.
And what I can do better is by this, that, and the third. So that way I can meet your expectations. And if I already know your expectations, I can meet those, not only meet them, I can exceed them. And when I exceed them, that means at the end of the night,
Hello, somebody.
I get to exceed your expectations, babe.
Hello, somebody. Hello. So I was just reading this definition of dating or date. And it says all it is very simple: a social or romantic appointment or engagement. Mm-hmm. So it's an appointment, a social appointment. We will socialize on the couch. That's a date.
That's a date.
That's a date. So date your mate, learn your spouse, learn your significant other, learn your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is that you have, your situationship, whatever your relationship is considered to be. Learn, grow, date.
And be intentional about it.
And be intentional about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your relationship is a priority. It shouldn't just be something that you put on the back burner. Well, I get to it when I want to, or when it's convenient for me, then I'll make it work. But it just should be more so like, okay, like I'm going to put this on the forefront and make sure I handle this and do this and whatever I can to make sure that my wife or my spouse or my boyfriend, girlfriend is satisfied.
So let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you, my wife. What is your definition, or what would be an ideal date for you? What would be considered an ideal date for you?
Kiara, what's that? Oh, and then okay. So since he
this is a whole day thing, or
yeah. So he popping off questions like that. So I like that.
I like it.
So here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
After you respond,
then
he's gonna say what his ideal date
That's
is.
right, babe.
And then we'll go around and see what our ideal date is.
Yeah.
So good,
All right.
okay,
That's right, babe.
He over here with the definitions and saying what an ideal date is. So Kiara, it's on you. What's your ideal date, man?
Okay. Well, if it's a whole day, First, I would like that.
It's what it ain't. It's
Well, I
whatever
would like
you
to, like-
want. What is your?
Well, I have to like
not
okay.
even your dream date.
No,
your
it's not a dream
ideal
date. Like a normal date.
Okay.
A normal date.
So we'll
Like
get to your dream date later.
well, a date, a full day. If it's a full day, I'm gonna plan it like a full day.
Let's go for the full day.
Let's
for
go for the full day.
$200.
Yeah, the full day.
It's your date.
Okay.
It's your date.
Yeah, the full day. I would love to have like breakfast in bed because I love your chicken and waffles with the little strawberries on top. Yes, I like that. And then I'm sorry, I ain't. But yeah, okay. Because I mean, you know, I'm always cooking, so I would prefer for you to cook versus us going out to eat, you know, spending money and stuff like that. When we have food in the house, you know how I do. But and then let's see. Maybe like have a little like a day massage, you know, like midday, because I just want to relax. I don't want a whole lot. Just like a day where it's like, okay, you took the time to be like, okay, babe, you just need to relax. You just need to wind down. You ain't got the kids here, so just get us like a couples massage type thing. We can enjoy some lunch together, and then maybe just like a little quick date night. We can go out to just a boardwalk or something. We can walk around, hold hands like we some little young kids or something, and just love on each other. Get us some little ice cream and just, you know, go home
There
and
you
then
go.
finish the night. Like real simple, not a whole lot that I'm asking for, but you know,
that's
just a moment of us
cute.
just relaxing, being in each other's company, and you know, having fun at the same time.
You know what God says is him first, and then your spouse, and then the children.
I think you should do that, and I think you should do it. But when you take it out through that day, you know, get the motorcycle out, man. I think that.
I was going to throw that in there.
Yeah.
My ideal date.
Yeah. I love the motorcycle.
Because we did that was a date we did not too long ago. We got on the bike and we just rode out to the zoo or whatever and walked around out there and went back home and had kids. So, are you done?
Yeah, but so what's your ideal thing?
That's the are you done?
That's how you done.
are you
Right.
done?
I don't want to cut you off.
That was an early
I feel like yours about to make mine look like
No, because I'm very simple. Like, listen, when you talk about a simple guy, I'm a simple guy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even need to go out the house for it to be a date for me.
Yeah.
But one or two things would be, I ain't gonna say it's ideal, but yes, it is. I am a outdoorsy guy. So this is what I would consider to be a nice date for me because I love to do what I love to do. You already know where
yeah, I
I'm
already
going
know where
with
you going
this.
with this.
So if we get up, I like going to brunch. I ain't really a big breakfast guy. So we were to go to a nice brunch spot, you know, get some brunch. After brunch, we like to get my feet done.
Yeah.
So we'll go somewhere, get our feet done. I would love to ride the bike while, you know, doing this, you know, all that whole day. If she decided that she didn't mind and she wanted to, you know, it ain't got to be all 18 hoes. I love playing golf with my wife.
Wow.
I do.
That's
and
different.
I don't know if she knows how much I do because I'm always talking about her when I go to golf course.
That's different.
I love golf.
Wow.
But I got her, she got involved into golf and she was good at it. And so I love spending time with her on the golf course. It's relaxing. Golf is very relaxing if you ever get into it. It's frustrating, but it's relaxing at the same time. Like I said, I'm an outdoorsy guy. And we go play around the golf, get some dinner, go home, and that's it. We ain't got to turn the TV on when we get back home.
Yeah.
We ain't got to turn up. Your feet done got done.
Yeah.
We done ate good.
Yeah.
You know, ain't gonna give you nothing heavy at the end of the day because I need, you know,
Right.
make you sleepy. Get your little sandwich or something. Get your little 4 for 4.
No, you can't just skate past that. What?
Yeah.
What?
This
I
old
gotta
man,
have dinner.
listen, this old man told me a long time ago.
You gonna snack
He told us
after
a long time. He said, "Yeah, man." He said, "Kip, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, pretty boy." He said, "When you go out on a date at night, No, go take me down to get a little fish sandwich or something like that. Don't get in that heavy because she ain't want to do nothing when you get home. I said, my man, but the guy named Bird Dog Mitchell. I said, Bird Dog, I got you, big dog. I'm gonna keep that in my, keep that in my back pocket.
Right.
So if we'll get something light, we'll get it to go.
Yeah.
We eat it in the morning if you want it.
I eat it in the morning.
Yeah.
I get it to go. I'm weak.
Or after the fact, you need some more energy. You know, you go ahead, go down there and get something to eat.
Yeah.
But no, for real, ideal date like something like that brunch, relax and go get her feet done, just chill out and just have a good day.
That's
But I
really
think
cool.
it's still almost the same because it's like, okay, we eat, we relax,
Another thing,
we have fun, and then we
can go get on the boat just relax.
Just relax.
I love the water. The water is so calm.
It is.
Go out on the boat and just
It is.
go get something to eat.
It is.
I mean, we've done it before. We go out, we'll go to decoy or something.
Yeah, decoy.
On the boat. Yeah, I mean, it is.
Yeah.
That's a date for me.
Right. Yeah.
Let's take it in.
Yeah, that was a date.
It was nice.
So what you got, babe? No, you go ahead.
Oh my God, I'm so simple, babe.
Everybody talk about it simple.
I am. No, I really am.
It just is
He's simple, but they
It's
complex.
just a complex.
I love outside. So a good date night for me is to come outside and the deck is already lit up. So you can have the lights on, like the porch lights on. You don't have to have like no candle burning, not unless you just burn it to keep the bugs or whatever away. But a nice dinner outside because we always inside. I don't like stuffiness. So I would like to have a nice dinner outside. I don't eat the meat, but I love my seafood. So maybe some nice crab legs, some shrimp, some garlic mashed potatoes with some garlic green peas and some pepper on top. I love that. That would be like a great date night to actually sit outside and eat our dinner and with a nice little candlelight, right there on our deck. That's like a perfect date for me. Crab legs already done. I ain't got to cook them. And, season real well. Have my little shrimp, my little mashed potatoes, and my little green beans with the lights. I'm really, really big on lights. So hopefully we get to Home Depot to get some lights this year. Sidebar.
This I thought this was about dating, not trying to draw. I guess I got to do a job to get to the date.
I mean, that's just why we got to put a little sidebar in. But that's just a perfect date night for me is to spend time sitting across from a table with my husband, no distractions, no technology, no notifications pinging, nothing coming in, just me and you. Because when we first started dating, it wasn't social media and all this other kind of stuff. It was just whoever called you, that was our social media. If the phone rang, that was our entertainment. That was it. But now you got social media, you got all these things going off. And I just want just my husband in that moment, in that 2-hour moment, 3-hour moment. I just want you outside on the deck in a nice dinner atmosphere.
Are y'all gonna make it off the deck, or is it
No, we're not gonna make it off the deck. Okay,
Why you turn to the camera when you talking about?
I have to say this because I'm very attracted to my husband, and we're not gonna make it off the deck. But I'm just saying that it starts there and it's probably gonna end there. And Mr. T gonna probably be in daycare or something.
So I'm gonna have to put out a request to Kelby to kind of like I guess get an estimate on putting up lights outside and
a tiki bar,
tiki bar something. But yeah, I mean, yeah, okay.
I love outside, babe. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we purchased this home. When we were looking for homes, the first thing I saw was either the front or the back.
Right.
Yeah,
I need to sit outside or I need to sit in the back. Okay, well, I like to know what's going on. Me and Mr. T like to know what's going on in our area. So I had to sit outside and being outside, you just be one. Because I'm here all the time. So when I sit outside, I want to get the fresh air. I want to just breathe in the nature. So just to do that with my husband not a big outdoor person, y'all. He's not.
Nah.
But that's why I say it's the perfect date for me because it gets you outside after.
Yeah, so we incorporate that. For me, I guess like an ideal date is really just spending time with her. Like I guess that uninterrupted time. It doesn't necessarily have to be programmed to be a movie, dinner, this, that, and the third. It's really just really spending time together, or even possibly doing something that we haven't done before. So it gives us another opportunity to try to do things that we haven't done. So something like so I heard somebody say you should always try to do first. Like do something first with your spouse.
Right.
Like oh man, it's the first time we did this. It's the first time we did that.
Right.
Oh, it's the first time we did that. Oh, well, that was cool. Like that was cool. So a little sidebar. A couple of months ago for our anniversary was the first time we went somewhere on our anniversary by ourselves in a while. We've been places, but it was just like it was a time for us to be by ourselves, and that was like really just the ideal time for her. She didn't really have no care in the world. It was just us. It was nobody else.
Right.
We just enjoyed each other. We sat on the deck while we was on the ship. It was like we were basically together the whole time except for one time. That's one time we weren't together on the ship. And it was the one time where she saw on the app that they was doing something with hair show. But she forgot what kind of ship we was on.
Yeah.
And know that they didn't have it wasn't that texture. So she came back. I said, "Oh, you back early." She was like, "Yeah, well." But yeah, I just say, like I said, it just for me, it's just whatever makes her happy. So,
I want to add to my date night.
Oh Lord.
No, I do because I'm my husband's yang to his yang.
Yin yang.
And I love the party. I love the dance. I love to have fun. And I love to be like in lounges and stuff. It's nothing that makes me so happy and be all in my element just to be on a dance floor and just dance with my husband, just in the mode, just in the zone. And remember, babe, when we went out and we were just in our own little world, and they were like, "All right, y'all get a room," but we were just in our own little moment right there on the dance floor. And my husband don't dance a lot, but I do enough dancing for him to be like, "Okay, babe."
Yeah.
So
especially when there's other people in the room. Yeah, you got. No, I'm just saying you got to dance because now your eyes give me your eyes back. Yeah. Give me your eyes back.
And I love dancing. I love getting on the floor. I love just giving my husband a really nice show. But I had to realize that okay, I am in the lounge. And like other people may be like watching and stuff, but that's not where my mind is at. My mind is I'm giving my husband a taste of what's expected when we do get home. So I'm dancing, I'm looking at him, I'm like vibing, and then I guess he gets up and he's like, all right, that's enough. Let me go ahead and get up and this kind of like dance, which kind of move this direction. But yeah, a good night. That's like my second. It's hard to do one good night. That's like my second good date night is for us to really go out dancing and really be like, hey. And I had a couple of socks and stuff. Hey. So it's like really
Somebody
good.
Help her, please. We said one thing. She was like, "Oh, let me get a take back. Let me get that back." But I understand.
I know. I love feeling your energy. I love feeling your body over me. It makes me feel like so confident about myself. It made me feel like I don't care what size stilettos I got on right now. I got on size 10 inches stilettos. It made me just feel like really good and great about myself that my husband is looking at me and I'm sitting here and I'm doing my thing and his eyes is low and he's just looking at me and like just looking into me. So it just make me feel
through what you got on.
Right, do what I got on, and I already got on something nice and
he didn't forget you had that on.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here doing my thing.
Nah, I ain't forgot. So I probably bought it and told her to put it on so I can, when I undress her,
I'm about to take it off.
Yeah, so we definitely have a lot of fun with each other. So yeah, I would love to go out dancing more. I would definitely love to do dancing more.
I'm gonna add this to my date night too. One thing I do love
Everybody added.
is a live band at a
Yeah.
restaurant. I love live music. So whether it be
Roger
jazz,
Browns.
whether it be R&B, I love some live music.
Tap
That's all I
it.
had to
Norfolk.
ask it.
I mean,
Tap
Roger
it.
Brown's. Tap
Oh
it, Norfolk.
yeah.
There's so many good places.
It's a lot of
They
good
be
places that
having
got
good-
live
I don't
bands.
think me and my wife have been to a live band, so I think that's something
Yeah,
that
it's
we.
a vibe.
Yeah.
I follow
It is a
Better by
vibe.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
So the plug for my boy Jeremy and Better by Tuesday. Listen,
And Synergy,
they
yes.
they be grooving, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ain't bad at all. I went
Yeah.
and saw them at not too long, a couple weeks ago
At, Queen- Boss
Queens in Norfolk of
Yeah.
Military.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they
it
be
was
hitting.
the
Yeah.
girls was
They be
at
hitting.
Tamara's event. The Synergy, and that was a whole vibe. That was a
Yeah,
whole
that was
Yeah.
nice too.
So yeah, I'm a maybe that might be one of the date nights this morning.
Yeah.
Is
Go see.
I'm gonna have
see
to
a
go
band.
go see a band. See
And
Better
they'll
By
be
Tuesday.
able to give you, your dinner. Plus, y'all can get out
Yeah,
there,
dance.
Get out there and
and-
dance and do everything. Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be
they be
really
good.
cool.
Come on home.
Yeah, come on home.
Come
and then
on,
we
if
ain't
you
gotta be,
make it.
and we ain't even gotta be, we ain't gotta be.
I started in the car.
Be in the backseat of the car and
Hey.
all that.
I
Y'all
started in the
got Monte
car.
Carlo. What y'all talking about? The Monte Carlo.
Oh, the Monte-
Oh, terrible, child. Terrible.
1984.
It was 84 Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo.
Gosh, that
It
steering
was great.
wheel.
Look
With
at
his
the
bag, the
Yeah,
steering
it had
wheel.
the wood.
She
the
had
wood.
flashbacks right
Look,
there.
it had the wood green steering wheel, man.
Oh Lord.
Had
y'all
the
was
mirror
in there.
tint.
Yeah.
Yo.
Everything, babe.
Looking at yourself.
Looking at yourself, man. I had not dreads. I had braids and all, man.
Braids and all. You used to come pick me up, babe. I
That was a long time ago. You had dreads. That been great.
Because see, y'all don't realize that I didn't get my license early on, like everybody else get their license in their teens. Because I was like, I got a boyfriend I drive, so I didn't get my license until I was in my 20s. Because my boyfriend drove, and you did, babe.
Man, let me tell y'all this one story before we get out of here. Look, I let her drive to Monte Carlo one time.
And that run into something?
She pulled into my mom's driveway, and it was
It was terrible.
terrible.
He said,
What?
"Get out."
Yeah, get out.
Kicked out.
Yeah, to get out because the car bigger than her.
Yeah, those are long cars.
Yeah, that was a long car. It was a two-seater, boy.
I mean, I'm like, what, 110, 120 pounds?
Yeah.
And I done got into this big old massive car, and he's trying to teach me how to drive, and I could barely see over the steering wheel.
Oh Lord.
And by the time I got out the driveway, me and him both was like, oh. He's like, get out. It's over with.
You know, back then when you were 16 and you just get a car, you felt like you were somebody.
you somebody, yeah.
You know, man. Look, man. We're gonna talk about that for another podcast. But there were some things in that car that happened, and there's some things that we got done in that car. Like there was some times where I was driving with no brakes. You know, you had to
pump it a little bit.
You had to pump it a little bit. So now to the fact that I don't have to pump the brakes. Look, man, you never forget where you came from.
Yeah.
But like, man, you had to bleed the brakes and something like that. But I still had to go back and forth to get to work and to get her. So, hey, man, just make sure you don't ride up on nobody telling her. Just
That's it. Stop pumping early.
Stop pumping early.
Like about to turn
Oh, man, we
But
came a long
we
way,
didn't-
babe.
just- yeah, just a
Wow.
flash-
That's the
Yeah.
growth and like
Yeah,
y'all
that's
still
growth.
dating each other at the same time.
And that all of that come from them dating.
Right,
They want to go out
exactly.
on a date in that Monte Carlo with
Right.
no brakes and teach her how to drive
Child.
on a date, and she done tore the driveway up and
Told
all
the
that
driveway
can
up.
on.
It wasn't nothing for my husband to be getting out on Valentine's Day at that Monte Carlo, and he came out with them roses and that teddy bear baby with that chocolate at my auntie house.
Yeah, well, it was the look. We're gonna be completely transparent today. It was the $9.99 bear.
Yeah, they came with the chocolate.
No, the bear. We bought the bear because on the bear it had the year on the foot.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
each
yeah.
year you buy a foot. So
Aw,
I
that's
was
cute.
I was working at Chick-fil-A, so it couldn't be.
But I
major.
appreciated that.
But it was your
I
pleasure because you was at
enjoyed it.
Chick-fil-A. It was your pleasure.
It was my pleasure.
Your pleasure.
I enjoyed it, babe. We were together. I was working at McDonald's, and you working at Chick-fil-A, and you was doing what you had to do to get your college degree and stuff like that. I got mine a little later, but that's a whole nother podcast. Okay.
Somebody help this
Somebody
child.
else. So we hope we
Have you guys
So last minute comments.
if you're not dating your mate,
date?
your spouse, your significant other, your girlfriend, boyfriend, your Boaz, whatever it is that you're dating or that you are with, please date, because it's going to help that relationship grow, fonder. You're going to learn your spouse. You're going to learn more about yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're going to learn some things from your spouse that helps you teach yourself some things to better your relationship. So please date.
Yeah,
I'm
make
done.
it a
Y'all got
priority.
it.
Yeah, I think the same thing. My husband and I started off when we was teenagers. What I liked then, I don't like now. But as we continue to grow, we were able to learn each other, not in the adolescent years, but also in the adult years. So I'm thankful for growth, and I'm thankful for this is experiences that we have, especially like since the pandemic, because it's like going through a pandemic married and you can't go nowhere. Everything is closed down. That's a whole nother journey within itself. So me and him working from home, nothing is open. So when we both get off, we still seeing each other, but we just try to be creative with what we were presented with, because the D word was definitely not an option. Not that we even had thought about it. We were just trying to find more ways to. Okay, and. We was
help her.
We was just really excited just to be around each other. And my husband had said, like, since we have really been in this home, we haven't really did anything to make it our own. Feels like we was just renting, so we did some renovations and stuff around the home. I ended up doing his man cave with the help of Kiara, which is awesome. Hopefully, we could be able to record in that one time, maybe, so people could kind of see it. But it's really, really nice. I really enjoy just dating my husband. I really enjoy it. I still love him like I loved him when I first said I do. And I just want to keep these dates going.
Yeah, and we will definitely keep the dates going. We'll definitely keep doing things, and I'll definitely make sure I continue to keep you first. After God first. But but just make sure I date you and make sure that you always feel that you are appreciated. So
I'm appreciated.
I think dating your spouse, dating your mate, lets them know that you are acknowledging that they are needed, that you make them a priority, and that they feel needed and wanted. And I think in any relationship, the moment, as long as you feel needed and wanted, you will do whatever it is you need for that person.
Yeah. It's literally like an investment into your future. Like you see past just the now moment, but the future ahead. And just being able to prioritize that relationship, like I said before. I mean, get dressed up, go on a date night, whatever the case may be, whatever y'all want to consider your date night to be. I am very grateful for our kid-free weekends, and whenever we get to have those spontaneous moments and just love on one another, whether it's in the house or we're going out, getting on a motorcycle. Maybe I can get out on the golf course one time for my baby, because those were our special moments. I think that helped our communication a lot. Because we frustrated out there on the golf course, but we're like, okay, just take a moment, be patient with one another, and just get through this one hole at a time. And that's what dating your person is, getting through these one moments at a time.
Yeah.
And just,
Hey, look, that was good.
That was perfectly
good.
said. That was nice. That was nice.
Because yesterday I played golf, and it wasn't such a good day. And you're going to have some of those in your relationship where you don't have a good day. Or you might get up there, you might hit a good ball, and then the next one just not so good.
Not so
but
good.
you can't give up on it, and you keep on doing it. You
gotta keep
trying
going.
to grow and get better.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing as dating. That's good. That's a good.
that's
attitude
good.
there,
That's
baby.
a good one.
So golf, because I love golf. Making my relationship now. Every time we have something, we just hit a bad ball, baby. We just had a bad hole.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's 18 holes out there.
Right, and so let's go. I know we're gonna talk about this golf thing, and we're gonna let Kiara close us down. But if for those that don't understand the game of golf like you, sometimes you gonna have a hole in one, which means you're gonna knock it out the park.
Right.
It's gonna be on point.
Yes.
And there may be some holes where you bogey or you double bogey and you miss the mark.
Yeah.
But then you have another opportunity on the next hole to make up for what you did the last time.
Yep.
So sometimes it's just you have to use what you have, and each hole may be different. Each hole is going to have its own different challenges and its different uniquenesses. But just because you fail here doesn't mean that you're going to fail throughout the entire course. And sometimes you get ahead and you knock it out the park. Yeah. And sometimes we knock it out the park, and what happened? We get comfortable.
That's it.
Yeah.
We get comfortable. So that
I get comfortable.
Right.
Right, but you, store. Yeah, that was good. You stored up enough. You stored up enough points, or was it birdies, pars, or whatever like that, to make up for when you had that bad.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this, then we leave. No hole is the same as the last.
Woo! Yeah. Say it again.
It's not.
No hole is the same as the last. You might have dog leg left here. You may have dog leg right there. You might have water. You got to go here. You might have the marsh here. That's the same thing on life.
Yeah.
Every day you're going to face an obstacle, and it's not going to be the same as the one you learned from on the last. So I learned what to do on that last hole. Then I get to the next step in life, and guess what? It's a different obstacle. So that's the same thing in life. You start dating, you learn something about your wife, then the next day something else may happen, or about your husband, the next day something may happen, and you have to take what you learned from the last hole and kind of incorporate it into what you're going to do on the next time that you come around with it. But it's going to be something different. Be something a little bit different. Now this tough. We'll have to make that a topic, golf or something.
Yeah. So
golf in life.
Yeah. So we're gonna let our residential, since she wasn't here with us last week, closer, go ahead and close us out.
Well, I was trying to. Y'all just went on and went to a whole nother spiel, but
take a sip moment. Take a sip moment.
But those holes and ones, ups and downs, twists, turns, whatever the case may be, still date. Okay, just continue to date, continue to love on one another. Be intentional about it, and just communicate, whenever you feel like you can, just still communicate and make those moments happen regardless of how you may be feeling on your own. But until next time, you guys, just continue to love on us, like, share, subscribe to all of our channels. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, whatever you can think of, Not everything you can think of. But anyways, just continue to get in those comments. Tell us how y'all are feeling. Yeah. If there's anything that y'all want us to talk about, just put it in the chat. We're here. We're open to different topics of conversation. And we're willing to just be, connected to y'all in all ways that we possibly can. So we love y'all. Until next time, we'll be here. But love y'all next time.
Sunday Wine Podcast.